Yeah, and in the AFC, it's pretty wild as well. But the one thing that is certain in the AFC is that the Baltimore Ravens will be the number one seed, as the Ravens are arguably the best team in the NFL right now. It's hard to argue against that when they went head to head on the road, yeah, against the NFC's number one seed, and as Jaevon said, curb stomped them. And Jaevon, it's unfortunate that the 49ers lost 33-19 against the Ravens, but at least they didn't lose 56-19 against the Ravens, which is what happened to the Dolphins on Sunday. And so rather than focusing on the result of this game, I wanted to kind of dissect these two teams because the Dolphins, they're still up there in the AFC standings. I think they're going to be playing for the number 2 seed. Yeah, and they don't scare anyone because as we talked about last week with the Cowboys and Dolphins game, that was a matchup of two teams who have gotten a majority of their wins against losing teams. And then when they play teams of their caliber, they ultimately lose. Dolphins didn't just lose in this game. They got absolutely obliterated. And so when it comes to this result, was it more so about the Ravens just being far and away the best team in the AFC? Or was it just that the Dolphins are kind of frauds?
I think the Dolphins are frauds. I don't think they're that good. So I'm looking at the standings right now. Dolphins play the Bills on Sunday Night Football. I think it's kind of cool how the NFL kind of just vacates all of the spots, the time slots for the last week because they're, a bunch of teams are fighting for playoff positions, so they want to put those teams on TV. Bills are hot right now. They're on a 4-game win streak. The Dolphins just lost Bradley Chubb for the rest of the year off of a torn ACL, which was kind of crazy as they were already getting kind of dog walked throughout the game, and to lose him makes the loss even worse. The Chiefs are somehow going to limp to the 2 seed. I don't know how, man. I have no idea how.
Well, hold on, but I thought that if the Dolphins win on Sunday, then they get the 2 seed, or even the Bills.
They're not winning on Sunday.
Oh, well,
they're not winning on Sunday. Let's put that out there. Wait, did the Bills beat the Chiefs?
Bills beat the Chiefs. The Bills beat the Chiefs in KC.
So the Bills can get the number 2 seed.
I think this game.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think this game we were on the same track there. Where I think this game is not only for the AFC title, but an AFC East title, I should say. It's also for the number 2 seed in the AFC.
So basically, the Chiefs are locked into the 3 seed.
That's what it looks like from my own analysis.
Because the Bills beat the Chiefs, but the Dolphins, if the Dolphins win, they'd have a better record than the Chiefs.
Dolphins, Dolphins point blank period just need to win. If they win, they get the AFC East and they get the number 2 seed. If the Bills win, they get the AFC East, but I think it's a little murky whether if they would be the 2 or 3. I think they would be 2 because they did beat Kansas City, but sometimes the tiebreakers come down to overall conference record versus conference opponents, and so it'll be interesting. We'll see how it shakes out, but you think that the Dolphins are frauds?
Yeah, I don't think we see them go against these teams like we saw them go against the Chiefs. Albeit the game was in London, they lost. When they play the Bills, they get freaking slapped. When they play the Ravens, they get slapped. Like, come on, dudes. What are we doing here?
Come on, dudes.
Like, going into the playoffs last year, they kind of made it a game against the Bills, and they had – who was the quarterback for them? I forget. He was drafted over Purdy like a couple of slots before Purdy, but he was their backup last year.
The Bills?
Yeah. The Dolphins when they played the Bills in the playoffs.
Oh, the Dolphins.
Who was the Dolphins backup? I forgot what his name was.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
But
I'll try to find it.
A lot of people were saying if Tua would have played in that game, they probably would have won. But I think kind of in the AFC, you have the Ravens, who are probably obviously the number one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to oddly found the name.
What's the name?
Skylar Thompson.
There you go, Skylar Thompson. So I think he threw like 3 picks in that game, so he did not help them at all when it comes to
Kansas State.
But a scary team that a lot of people I think would be afraid of playing is the Browns.
Browns are the Joe